by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop, you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep, designing sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause I on the wrist, car on the wrist, on the wrist, watch out for this. I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
watch out for this. I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Set. UAT. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
They'll run on first down. McPherson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
We're set. 64. UAT. Another timeout.
From the gun, here's Watson. Buying time to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Take four.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Undercrunch. 55. No. Off. Watch the slant.
They're going for it. It's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Be crib.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Texans' 40-yard line.
Set. 15 line. 15 line. Got the screen. Shift. Protein spill. 2.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Hey, two. Everyone got four down. 41's the mark. 41's the mark.
Throwing his lock on third down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're going ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, you better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion.
Ready, set.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. It's first and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is third and goal. Locked now on third and goal. Flush to his right. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult goal to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's second and 3.
Check 3. 24 down, he's coming. He's checking Chris. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. 24 down, he's coming. All day, every day. 55. SOS.
And to give this time to the tailback. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
36.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now it's Watson, flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long, eluding the pressure right. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it. 49, check 49. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, check 24. Switch it. Come on, switch it. They go.
Now they try the right side here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Number 23. Brought down at the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Broncos 3.
Zona, 30 base.
Watch the twist. Whip. Watch the whip.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go, set. 10-2 stop.
Watch the pass. Switch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Time to go. Night. Kill.
Alert.
And to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Got an open man. It's QT. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hey, alert 3.
24. Hey, 24. Hey, line up, go.
On third down, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
For the field goal, a 44-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard second down.
Brings up second down at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. They look to throw. It's Locke. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Fielded at the 20. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A good pickup there, a 22. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Watson. He's got Fuller. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Von Miller picks up his second sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Watson, the catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 40 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
70, 80, 64,
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready? Hey, Delta. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Patch it. 80 weapons. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's going to be met at about the 43. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
It's a turnover on down.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The final shot before the break. Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Got it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Check 33. Bravo. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Rip left. Rip left. Mike check 33.
Now Locke throwing on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
You draw Porker. Go, go. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On third and long, it's Locke. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now.
Hey, check Mike 33. Hey, exit. 65, 65, 65.
They do go for it. It's Locke. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll keep it on the ground. McPherson. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Set. Green team. 3. Mike. Go on. Come on, D.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
55. Watch the run.
Now Jackson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Check 9. Check 4. 43. Cloud. Switch.
On second down now, McPherson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I'm set. Ready. Right here. Slam.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Open man is QT, complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check hot route. Hot. Watch twist. Go.
Now a handoff looking right. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Team 6. We got to step it up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Pull it high. Yep. Hey, Haywood.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Block. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
X3, 218, chop. Check the mic. Know your job. Check. Shoot.
Now they try the right side here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9.
Go. 52. Me and you all day. Hey, Alpha.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Check 31. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Check 13. Check 13.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson steps away. Now he'll pull it down. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. McPherson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. McPherson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
On the set. Hey, orbit. Pilot, 64, reach. Check. Fresno. 6 guys. Check, 6 guys.
On second down, it's Freeman. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
50, plant.
Oh! A 7-yard gain on the play.
Hey, let go.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down. Locked to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may put a period on this AFC Championship game. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
Where's that? 19. Check. Walk 54. Army.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many miracles bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell, as Sylvester Stallone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs and hippies, women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a